Hello, Larry BL again. Probably going to get some wind noise. Big winds picked up. This will be episode 5. We're going to continue with the solenoid. What we do this time is we'll talk about the different types of solenoid and their locations. We'll also talk about some alternative grounding techniques. So for this episode, I've laid out several types of solenoids, but what we want to make note of is mainly the mounting of the solenoid, of how it mounts. So if you have to replace your solenoid, you might want to take the one off and look at it and check it against the parts manual. You have heavy-duty solenoids, which the larger tractors tend to use. And then the other thing you want to note on your solenoid is all solenoids will have the two large terminals, the high current terminals, but some solenoids only have a single terminal, field terminal, or they may have two field terminals. This is a single and this is a dual field terminal. The only difference on these is on the dual field terminals, one terminal will be grounded. On the single terminal solenoids, the ground is accomplished through the mounting tabs. So if you have this type of solenoid with a single terminal, your ground again could be a problem. Okay, so all solenoids are basically the same. In the next segment we'll actually look inside one of these, but for right now you just the main differences are the actuation terminals. You either have two or you have one, and the ground terminal is on the mounting. The same with this unit, the ground is the mounting. Some alternatives on grounding. If you think you have grounding issues, you can do such as what I've done here is from the engine block. I run an alternative ground cable over, and the same thing for this steering column assembly. You notice it's bolted here, and this mower relies on these bolt connections for ground. Well, I augmented the ground here, and those grounds all tie to a common point back up to the negative terminal of the battery. So what I've done is I've actually augmented the ground with an additional ground cable. Solenoid locations. Solenoid locations on this particular tractor is actually behind this panel here. Makes it rather difficult to get to. In the previous segment on the Craftsman 2, the solenoid is mounted next to the battery. On other garden tractors, the solenoid can be mounted underneath this middle plate under the seat. That's usually on tractors with the battery that is under the back seat. So the solenoid locations can vary on your machine. An easy method to find your solenoid, if you're not sure where it is simply to follow your positive wire. More than likely, its first stop is the solenoid. And that will do it for this segment on the different types of solenoids and their possible locations. Thank you.